Science and discovery. Saturation point. How much can water hold? In a small town where the sun always shone, lived a curious little girl named Lily. One sunny Monday morning, she stood before her kitchen table, brimming with excitement for her new science experiment. With a sparkle in her eyes and a determination in her heart, she vowed to find out how much water could hold. Lily placed a handful of marbles into the large, empty bowl and carefully observed as they settled at the bottom. She then filled the bowl with water, watching the marbles bob gently before her eyes. "Let's see what happens," she whispered to herself. Taking care not to disturb the marbles, Lily began pouring water into the bowl from a graduated cylinder, keeping track of each addition. The water level rose steadily, and the marbles remained submerged, undisturbed. As the water continued to rise, it began to spill over the edges of the bowl and onto the table. Lily watched in amazement as the water reached a certain point, and suddenly stopped rising. "That's strange," she muttered. Lily scribbled a note on a piece of paper and placed it next to the overflowing bowl. Then, she carefully transferred some water into a smaller container, which she labeled saturated. She wanted to see if her findings were consistent. Next, she added even more marbles to the bowl, expecting the same result. To her surprise, the water level didn't rise as high as before. She continued this process several times, each time noting the water level and number of marbles. Once she had gathered enough data, Lily carefully graphed her findings on the whiteboard, connecting the dots to form a line. She studied the graph intently, searching for answers. Hours later, Lily found herself curled up with a book about water and its properties. She read about the concept of saturation and how it relates to water in containers. As she read, everything seemed to click into place. The next day, Lily couldn't wait to share her discovery with her best friend at school. She explained the concept of saturation and how she had observed it in her experiment. Her friend listened intently, clearly impressed by what she learned. Over the following days, they conducted more experiments together, testing their newfound knowledge about saturation. Each day brought new discoveries and even greater understanding of this fascinating property of water. Finally, the day came for their school's annual Science and Discovery Day. They spent weeks preparing exhibits about their experiments and findings, eager to share what they had learned with others. The event was a huge success, as children and adults alike marveled at their discoveries. Throughout the day, Lily and her friend continued to explain their findings to anyone who would listen. They spoke passionately about the importance of observation, experimentation, measuring, and explaining and learning new things. And most importantly, they encouraged others to never stop asking questions.